your laptop or your... None of that. None of that. None of that. We already did that shit. Alright? We did that shit already. Alright, so back onto this, try to reset everything. And let's just hope everything worked out. Alright, let's get back to our point. The original caption, it said that labels suck, and I was talking about... I was actually talking about this with my friend Christine, who was a big part of the whole mission here. Everything we do. Oh, and that's her right there. There she goes. Now get out of here. Go away. Go away. Alright, so now whenever I think of Christine, I can just go, Or, wait. Alright. Alright, now get out. Get out. I said get out! Alright, so, okay, so my point is that everything becomes so glib and oversimplified, and it just becomes pretty daunting when you start thinking about everything, and you know, you want to be an individual. Not only are we naturally individual, but we embrace that, and we should embrace that. The problem with the whole pronouns and all that bullshit is, you know, I was always kind of comfortable, just call me by my name, alright? We're cool. Yeah, I have nothing against anybody, you know. I'm a child of this universe, so I hate everyone equally. So, yeah, it gets to the point where it's like, okay, you have alpha males, you have sigma males, you have beta males, you have emails, you got Google Mail. Seriously, dude, just call me Guy, alright? You know, I don't want any of that crap. I don't consider myself an introvert. I don't consider myself an extrovert. What I always enjoyed about psychology as a concept, and you know, in theory, I always loved the idea of psychology because it was trying to make sense of the brain and make sense of the mind. You know, where the brain to me was always the physical, tangible flesh and matter that is your, you know, your central nervous system. And your mind to me was always more existential. It was more you know, figurative, because it was simply a I don't know, a debriefing of understanding how complicated the human brain is, and just how complicated we are as people, because we like to think that we think with our heads, our hearts, and our stomachs. It's all connected to that, you know? And it's just not that easy. So if you watch those, they have one, let's see, what is the name of it? I'm looking it up right here. It talks about sigma males and all that. Now it's called Artistic Motivation. It's a channel that's on YouTube, and it's an interesting channel on YouTube. It provides a lot of good motivation for men that just like being men. Um, you know, um, it's a lot about self acceptance, and to me, that's probably one of the most important things in the world is being able to accept yourself. Um, so it's kind of just like I said, it's just very glib to try to label everything by saying, well, the alpha male does this and sigma. So if you find yourself not fitting into those little categories, it's because it's bullshit, dude. Um, I am an alpha male, but I'm also a sigma male. I'm an introvert. I am an extrovert. Um, there's nothing. Um, there's nothing simple about me. Um, Especially when dealing with me. I mean, that's a whole dealing with my brain is a whole goddamn uh, just a minefield of negativity, useless information, and theatricality. Um, my brain is always on, and it's always just going at full speed. So, um, you know, the drugs don't make them go away. They just kind of make sense of them. No, seriously, it's just they're very. Your life is difficult. The human experience is supposed to be difficult. So stop trying to simplify it. Embrace the oddities. Embrace being weird and undetailable. You shouldn't be scripted and live your life unscripted. That's the whole fucking point. And honestly, I also want to talk about the fact that the big thing on YouTube right now. I mean, YouTube, you started out with the top tens. I remember last year everything was a goddamn top 10 5 years ago. Um, it was either a top 5 reasons for this celebrity, top 10 of this. You had Watch Mojo Sports. You had literally top fives, top tens. There were so many different titles with the basic same idea. And now it's all about these fucking reaction videos. They are entire channels dedicated to some uneducated douche listening to popular songs that are obvious. They're just oblivious to, and it's because the modern person um, seems to just stick to one genre, and that's it. They lack any form of musical or cultural education, and so why would I give a flying fuck what this imbecilic person listening to Tool for the first time? Why do I give a shit if he liked it or not? He's obviously narrow-minded and stupid because he'd never heard of him anyway. I mean, I was 7 years old when I first experienced Tool, so I was even younger when I first experienced Motown, doo-wop, fuck, dude, blues, um, just riffing in general, and you had doo wop, you had Motown, you had rap, and modern hip hop. You had house because Chicago was really big in the house, so it was just eclectic. It was just being human. You heard music everywhere you went. Some other car was blasting a new song, so no, excuse me. Like, people didn't stick to one genre. I mean, excuse me, I'm sorry. Like one thing that I remember most about the mid to later '90s uh, was when the Fugees came out with "Killing Me Softly." I mean, shit, you couldn't go anywhere where that wasn't blasting. I can honestly say I didn't go to one party where that song wasn't playing. I didn't go to one basketball game where someone didn't blast it on a boombox. I didn't go to anything. That song was just without hearing that song. You heard that song everywhere you went. You know, it wasn't like fucking, you know, uh, but even though you're hearing that song a million times, you still heard other shit. Okay, so it just bothers me that it's like, okay, so I have to listen to this emotionally stunted, musically retarded person listen to, Metallica for the first time. What am I getting out of the experience of watching you listen to something for the first time? Now, the only time that would be interesting is, I mean, like, if you found a person that had never heard of music before and lived in one of those, lived in like Easter Island or some shit, somewhere that's completely uninhabited and, spends his nights in the jungle all the time. And, and honestly, I would kind of envy that person. I envy those people that are from those Pacific Islanders and that one island that the I think that is the islanders that India sends a plane around and they check on this little civilization. And to that civilization, they probably think that plane is like a fucking spaceship. I mean, God only knows what kind of what kind of assumptions people can get to without the internet, without satellites that go around the world, so we can experience other people's cultures. These people have no access to any of it, and they don't want it. And so I believe uh, they had made some sort of treaty, I believe, with India, but India sends a plane like yearly over this specific island, and it's just to check on them, and I think to observe, what they're doing, because these people have, excuse me, no electricity, no entertainment when it comes to the Western civilizations. So to see an airplane to them, that's fucking crazy. Now that's a person I would care about their reaction to hearing fucking Tool for the first time. Because it is kind of primal, and maybe they have some sort of instruments similar to it. I really don't know. But I envy them because they don't have to deal with what we do. The this fucking rigged system of capitalism and nihilism. You know, if there was a way of being able to measure happiness, I wonder how happy a person that has no connection to electricity. So, like, take an Amish person and then someone from, like I said, like those Pacific Islanders or something. Um, take those different people and experience what go through that their experiences and what is art to them, because I mean everything for them is Western influence. So, yeah, it's a lot of opinions I'd like to hear. That'd be cool. But, yeah, that's me. Uh, People apparently really like to watch people play video games on YouTube. I mean, to me, that's fucking ridiculous. Um, I could never watch someone do something that I can do, like playing a video fucking game, like watching someone's show. Um, like I said before, there used to be a show on public access where this guy would bitch and moan and shit all day, and I loved his show. I really loved his show, and I wanted to name this one after that show. It was only on public access, so I don't know if it was only in Chicago, but I really loved that show. It was just called the Last Angry Young Man or something, and he had like the last two episodes. I think is when I found him, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks," but he would talk about a lot of things and help me stay up to date with even politics. And yeah. Now, speaking to someone recently that was talking about comparing marijuana's legalization to legalizing heroin or legalizing methamphetamine. And I just laughed because they're so, I mean, there's totally apples and oranges, knowing that no one has ever died from marijuana use alone. You can't overdose. It's not possible. Um, but you have to know why marijuana was originally illegalized in the first place. Now, think about the DuPont family. And DuPont family was one of, if not the main reason for the illegalization of hemp and marijuana in itself. They had millions of dollars, which today would be billions, maybe even trillions, of dollars that were completely invested in their own nylon manufacturing company, and it kept their business safe. And this is why capitalism doesn't work when you don't have an honest system. Democracy doesn't work with capitalism, because when you have a dishonest system, then you have problems like this. The DuPont family simply didn't want to lose millions of dollars to a better product like hemp. Hemp was easier to manufacture. It's all natural. It lasts longer. It's better. And it had nothing to do with the family values or any of that reefer madness propaganda bullshit. It was like anything else. It was always just the mighty dollar. It's always been about the almighty dollar. And what's funny now is the DuPont family, I think now, is the second largest provider in GMO seeds. And if you look at the past 50 years and look at our cancer levels and look at our heart rates, notice that we're dying a lot faster since we've been taking GMOs anyway. But, the DuPont family not only got marijuana abolished because it was interfering with their ability to make money, and the rich and government go to hand in hand like that, so we were fucked from the get-go. Hemp was a more reliable product. It was easier to manufacture. It was a much better product, and it was all natural, and of course that's a problem. So rather than I don't know, maybe changing from nylon to hemp and just reinvesting your money and starting your own hemp starter, you know. No, they didn't want any competition. They didn't want any kind of competition or any sort of person to get in their way, and that's why marijuana was illegal. And so now we talk about marijuana medicinally and recreationally. What they're not talking about is the worthiness of hemp and the opportunities that hemp actually offer. This can take down. This will take down tons of needs to rip down trees. For paper, you could use hemp for, any kind of fabric. It's not just as good. It's better. It's better. It's more natural. It's more environmentally safe, and we won't be throwing it in fucking dumps where it can't, naturally degrade over time. Whereas hemp is from the earth. So, duh. That's what it's going to do. So, yeah. Fucking stupid. Sorry about that whole glitch earlier. So, please check out Callus episode 1 and 2 are now out. It's going to be a 4-episode series. 1 and 2 are out. 3 and 4 are going to take me a while. Thanks again to Christine or Fairy Tale Death here. Go away. Just go. And that's my time. So thank you for spending with me. Love you guys. Always remember you can hit us up at uselessagentmusic@gmail.com. Send us some love via email, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, whatever the fuck you want. Alright. Love you guys, and as always, we will see you on the other side.
See whatever you call it. Useless agent is on your Facebook. Went on for your PC. Whatever you call it.